Well, hey everybody, I'm the Crockett Cooner, and this is the Crockett Coonhound Show, and I am out here again, guys, with the vertical squash. And if you can tell, I have trimmed up the plants, but I've got big news for the folks that have followed me on this particular little venture we've got going on here. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you the truth. It is getting extremely hot here in Middle Tennessee, and heat is playing a big factor with the squash. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it back there, but I've kind of rigged up a little bit of a watering system and things. But I've got some stuff to tell you in this video. We're going to talk about trimming these guys up because I kind of let them go a little bit. We're also going to talk about the stakes and things. I'm going to kind of insert you guys some pictures and do a little voiceover there so you can see it. But guys, I got out here the other day, decided, you know what, we're going to tie up the squash, and I had promised all of you that follow me that we were going to use the rubber ties that you see that many times people use for tomato plants and things. I did in fact find those here locally, guys, but I went ahead, I trimmed up the plants and things first. And I'm glad now that I didn't get the rubber ties. I've actually gone back, and I'm going to insert you guys a picture right there. I have used actually clothesline that you would just buy, cheap clothesline. I believe a pack of it was about $4. It's the same line that I do tie up my tomato plants and things with. I've gone for what they call a Florida tie, I believe, because the soil in Florida is kind of sandy compared to here. But I'm going to get down here, kind of show you guys just a little bit about this and kind of explain a little over the video and things. That way you can see kind of where I personally have gone wrong with this so you guys don't make the same mistakes. So take a look at this right here, guys.
First thing I wanted to show you right here, for those of you that have been following us, you know that the first thing that we used to tie the squash to the post was just normal string, almost like you would think of like the old kite string if you're going to go fly a kite. I have found that as the plant grew, it somewhat let its tension off. Now maybe that is good. It didn't seem to hurt the plant, but it also didn't really keep the plants up good against the post. Now, secondly, I'm going to give you another pic right here. This is our zip ties. We did that second when we were tying them up. Now, they've done really well. They've held up good in the water. They've held up good in the heat. They've held up good in the storms and things. But if you can see in this picture, it does appear that the plant growing, the zip ties don't give them any room to grow, and it has cut into the stalk of the plant. But I wanted to show you guys something else. Now, at the first of this, we did start talking about what would be better, to put them to the oak tomato stakes, you know, like the plant stakes, or to use the bamboo stakes. Personally, guys, I believe I like the oak the best. Now, I hate to say it, but we did have some high winds come through from the hurricanes here in the southern part of the United States. And with the plants being completely matured and not trimmed at that time, when the wind got the leaves of them, it just bent the bamboo. It wasn't sturdy enough at its base. So I'm going to say for anybody that's going to do this, most definitely make sure to use a heavier stake, maybe even a small metal fence post. That could be a possibility also. But this is the last part of this I wanted to show you guys in this video. I have come to find, guys, that myself, I usually weed my garden about every 3 to 5 days, depending on the heat. I like to get out there early in the morning, do it, or late at night. Growing squash in this fashion, as a lot of you know, you have to remove the bottom limbs and things of the plant as they die off. Now, due to the weather, guys, I let it go a little bit. And if you've noticed, my plants are in fact growing kind of in a funny fashion there. And it did make these particular plants have a little bit of an issue. It was difficult to trim them, as you can see in the photo, but as always, they started to bloom more. I have some more yellow summer squash, and it did save space in the garden, and it kept the squash from laying in the water or in the dirt and causing it to maybe rot prematurely on the plant. But anyways, guys, I hope that helps you out. I'm going to give it another week or two, and we're going to go back, revisit the vertical squash again, and I'm going to try to kind of give you guys an update all the way through until the growing season's done. So I say it all the time, guys. Remember, stay safe on the water, stay safe in the woods, and definitely stay tuned here at the Crockett Coonhound to see how our vertical squash is coming along. You guys have a great day.